Hey YouTube, this is Primetime Pokemon. In this video, I'll be reviewing and ranking all 6 Sun and Moon series sets. So this video is geared towards the competitive player and specifically the 2018 Standard Format. At this point in time, there are 6 different Sun and Moon series sets out. Sun and Moon base set, Guardians Rising, Burning Shadows, Shining Legends, Crimson Invasion, and Ultra Prism. So in this video, I'll be ranking all 6 sets and showing notable cards for each and every set. And remember, this just is my opinion. If your opinion differs from mine, please let me know in the comment section of this video. Overall, the Sun and Moon series of sets is a very good series of sets for the competitive TCG. Of course, if you are in the competitive format right now, the 2018 Standard Format, pretty much every deck out there utilizes some type of GX card. So to kick off this list, the 6 best Sun and Moon series set, or really the worst Sun and Moon series set up to this point in time, would be Crimson Invasion. Now this set is fairly disappointing overall. I would say the best card in the set would easily be Buzzwole GX. Now this card is very popular and it is very powerful. You see many Buzzwole GX and Lycanroc GX decks out there. I've actually built one of my own and reviewed it on my channel. But this card has 3 good moves on it. It can spread damage around as well as do major damage with both Knuckle Impact and Absorption GX. You can pair this card with Regirock EX, which increases a fighting type Pokemon's attacks, as well as Strong Energy to really increase all 3 moves on this card. Some other notable cards from the Crimson Invasion set would be Guzzlord GX, which has the potential to do major damage when attacking, but requires a lot of energy to attack. And then Kartana GX. That card has a GX attack on it where it allows you to take a prize card. Silvally GX is also useful, but it is also reprinted in Ultra Prism. Now as far as trainer cards go in this set, Counter Energy, which is a special energy card, is useful, and then Gladion and Lusamine would be a couple of other good trainer cards in the set. But for the most part, and compared to all of the other Sun and Moon series sets, this one is easily the most disappointing and the least competitive. I would say the 5th best set in the Sun and Moon series of sets would be Sun and Moon base set. Now outside of Decidueye GX, I would say that the GX cards in this set aren't as good as some other sets out there, but this set does include some very good cards that have abilities on them. One of the most popular cards from the Sun and Moon base set would be Vikavolt. You can use this in a Tapu Bulu or a Tapu Koko GX deck. Its strong charge ability says the following: once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Grass Energy card and a Lightning Energy card and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. So this card is good for a Grass or Lightning type acceleration deck. Now a couple of other good cards in this set. Lots of Eevee evolutions are very good in GX form. This is the Eevee to use. This is from the Sun and Moon base set. This is a special holo, but its energy evolution on this Eevee, its ability, is the main reason you always want to use this Eevee card. Essentially, when you attach a basic energy to Eevee, you can search your deck for a Pokemon that is the basic energy type that you just attached to Eevee. So I use this in my Sylveon GX deck and Glaceon GX deck. You attach a water energy to Eevee, you can immediately evolve it into Glaceon, even your very first turn. Then another good card in Sun and Moon base set, Oranguru, a popular card for drawing cards into your hand. Its instructability says, once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. I do use this card in a couple of my decks, but the main way you want to draw cards into your hand is with the Remoraid Octillery line from the Breakthrough set. As far as special energy and trainer cards go, Crushing Hammer is very useful. It says flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then Rainbow Energy is very popular. It is a special energy card. When you put this card on a Pokemon, it does do 10 damage to that Pokemon, but it can provide any type of basic energy at once. So it is a great way to use an attack that really isn't the focus of your deck. All you have to do is just attach a rainbow energy and you can use that attack. Also, there are cards out there like a Drampa GX that can do up to 150 damage per turn if one of your bench Pokemon has damage on it. So then you can use Rainbow Energy to increase the damage on Drampa GX when attacking. The fourth most competitive set in the Sun and Moon series of sets would be a special expansion set, Shining Legends. Now this set, I was debating whether it should be the 5th best or the 4th best set, and even though the set is a little bit smaller, there are only 78 total cards in this set, I think it is a little bit better overall than Sun and Moon base set, mainly because of Zoroark GX and this card's popularity. Not only does Righteous Beating do a lot of damage when attacking, it can do 120 plus damage per turn, but the ability on this card is very good. It says once during your turn you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. So this is a way to quickly get whatever card you want into your hand. You can use this card with Mallow or Puzzle of Time to modify the cards you're going to be drawing in your hand with trade. So this is easily the reason that Shining Legends is a good set at all. This is the card that made the set. And even though this video is geared mainly towards competitive players, I had to add in the fact that this set includes Shining Pokemon, super collectible cards, and these cards are pretty good in the TCG as well. I did do a video ranking and reviewing all 9 Shining Pokemon. 3 are Black Star promos, but here are 3 of the better ones from the Shining Legends set. Shining Mew, Shining Genesect, and Shining Celebi. Shining Celebi allows you to use the attacks of your previous form Pokemon. Shining Genesect allows you to move a grass energy from one of your other Pokemon to Shining Genesect. And then Shining Mew allows you to quickly add energy to your bench Pokemon. Another good card in this set would be Venusaur. This is only an uncommon, but its ability is very good. Jungle Totem says each basic grass energy card attached to your Pokemon provides 2 grass energy. You can't apply more than 1 Jungle Totem ability at a time. So I've seen decks out there that use Alolan Executor. That card, I believe, has a move that does 80 damage times the number of heads you get when you flip a coin for each grass energy attached to the card. Have this on your bench and you can do major damage with Alolan Executor. Really any move that depends on how many grass energy are attached to that Pokemon. It doubles the amount of grass energy with this Venusaur. Now on to the top 3 most competitive Sun and Moon series sets. I would say the 2nd and 3rd best set here are very similar. They could easily flip-flop positions. I would say the 3rd most competitive Sun and Moon series set would be Ultra Prism. This is the newest set out right now, and the main reason that this set is so good is because of the Cynthia supporter card. It has been a while since we've had a good supporter that allows you to draw cards into your hand. Both Professor Sycamore and N are from the XY series of sets. Cynthia says, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 6 cards. So this card is an advantage compared to N just because you're not affecting your opponent's hand at all. That is the main reason that Ultra Prism is so good. This set, of course, includes Prism Star cards. Solgaleo Prism Star is a very good Prism Star card. This helps in a Metal Acceleration type deck. I have built a deck around Duskmane Necrozma where I use this card. This set also has many good rare cards in the set. And the 2 theme decks from Ultra Prism are probably the best theme decks I've seen in quite some time. Now 3 cards that are in the theme decks would be Garchomp, Lucario, and Empoleon. Garchomp and Lucario can be used together, and Lucario is very good. Its ability allows you to search your deck for any card you want and put it into your hand as long as you have Garchomp in play. And then Garchomp can do 200 damage per turn if you use Cynthia that same turn. So those 2 cards are in one theme deck, the Mock Strike theme deck, and then the Imperial Command theme deck features Empoleon. Now this card does 20 damage for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. So this card can also do 200 damage per turn for only 2 energy cards. So some very powerful rare cards in this set. And then of course Metal Acceleration, if you're looking for a deck like that, Magnezone is essential. Its magnetic circuit ability is very good. The GX cards in this set are also very good. I would say Duskmane Necrozma GX is the best one, at least in my opinion. It can do major damage every time it attacks. At least 220 damage if you have Magnezone set up. And its GX attack can do 250 damage and really knock out any Pokemon in one turn. The other couple of good GX cards in this set, Glaceon, which has an ability that turns off abilities of defending GX or EX cards. And then Leafeon can do major damage when paired with Lurantis, and then it can also heal damage with its ability. I would say the second most competitive Sun and Moon series set would be Burning Shadows. This set has a nice combination of both powerful GX cards and useful trainer cards. I would say there are two popular GX cards in this set, Gardevoir GX and then Gliscopod GX. Gardevoir GX is one of the most popular and most highly used GX cards out there. It has a very high HP, an excellent ability which accelerates Fairy type energy, and then a powerful move, Infinite Force, which does 30 damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon, only for one Fairy energy card. So this is really a one-hit knockout card. Very, very powerful, and it can also be used from the bench to attach Fairy energy. Here's another popular GX card, Gliscopod. Its first impression move is the main reason to use this card. You can combine this with a Floatstone and Guzma. For only one grass energy, first impression can do up to 120 damage, 150 damage if you have a choice band on this card. Essentially, the scenario is if this card's on your bench and you move it to the active Pokemon spot, it does 90 more damage when attacking, and then it can do 150 damage with this GX attack. Plus, you switch it with one of your bench Pokemon, so the next turn you can come back and do first impression, doing 120 damage. And then another useful GX card in the set would be Tapu Fini. Its GX attack is excellent. It shuffles your opponent's active Pokemon back into their deck. So if you're facing something like Gardevoir GX, a stage 2 Pokemon that has several energy on it, it can really set back your opponent if you shuffle that Pokemon and all cards attached to it back into their deck. Another popular card in Burning Shadows would be Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales GX is in Guardians Rising. Luminous Barrier on this card is a reason to use a card. It prevents all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX. So unlike Glaceon GX, which prevents abilities from being used, this card when in the active Pokemon spot prevents GX and EX cards from attacking. Plus, it has a decent move on it as well, doing 110 damage if you have a Choice Band trainer on the card. Easily a staple in a lot of decks out there now would be Guzma. This is from the Burning Shadow set as well. I talked about using this card with Gliscopod GX. It says switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. If you do, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. And using something like Ho-Oh GX in this set, I believe it does 180 damage per turn, but it only can attack once every 2 turns. You can use Guzma and Floatstone to reset that attack, allowing you to use Ho-Oh GX's attack every single turn. And then just a stadium card that's also useful in the set would be Po-Town. Whenever any player plays a Pokemon from their hand to evolve one of their Pokemon, put 3 damage counters on that Pokemon. So you can use this in a deck that features a lot of basic Pokemon, maybe even a Buzzwole GX deck, so that you can spread even more damage around. So that is the second most competitive set. Now the best Sun and Moon series set to date. It's not even close in my opinion. This set is much better than any set out there. So the most competitive set in my opinion would be Guardians Rising. There are so many good cards to summarize in this set, from GX cards to trainer cards. Even without all the other cards I'm going to show in this part of the video, if this set just had Tapu Lele GX, it would still be excellent. This card is a staple in all competitive decks out there. Its Wonder Tag ability is so good. It says, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So this card is used a lot of times to get to Guzma, or to use Bridget to start the game, or to really get a card into your hand that allows you to draw cards to refresh your hand. But this is an essential card to any competitive deck out there. Besides that GX card, several other GX cards in this set. Lycanroc GX is one of the most popular GX cards out there. Its ability allows you to switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon, whatever you evolve Rockruff into Lycanroc GX. Metagross GX allows you to accelerate both Psychic and Metal-type energy. Alolan Ninetales is just a powerful Water-type attacker, plus it can spread damage around, and it can do up to 200 damage per turn. And then Sylveon GX is useful for its Magical Ribbon move, allowing you to get 3 cards you really need into your hand. Fairy Wind does major damage for only 2 energy cards. And then Plea GX is also a useful GX attack. Turtonator GX is also in this set. That is a popular Fire-type Pokemon to use in a Volcanion EX deck. And then you see a lot of Garbodor-based decks out there. There's one in the Breakthrough set, I believe, that has an ability on it that turns off all abilities in play. And then Trashalanche on this card from Guardians Rising does major damage at the end of games. And then as far as trainer cards go, so many good ones in this set. That's what makes this set so good for the competitive game. Mallow is a supporter card. It says search your deck for 2 cards, shuffle your deck, then put those cards on top of it in any order. I use this with Zoroark GX quite a bit. Choice Band, now this is a staple in most decks out there, either Choice Band or Fighting Fury Belt. This increases a Pokemon's attacks by 30 if you're attacking a GX or an EX Pokemon. Rescue Stretcher is useful. It can retrieve Pokemon from your discard pile. Aqua Patch accelerates water energy, and then if you discard energy with something like an Ultra Ball or a Professor Sycamore, you can quickly get those water energy back onto your bench Pokemon. So it's sort of a simplified, a more specific version of Max Elixir. Enhanced Hammer discards a special energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. Field Blower is a staple in most competitive decks out there. It allows you to discard 2 Tool or Stadium cards in play. And then Brooklet Hill is used to get to both Remoraid and Buzzwole GX quite a bit. It allows you to, once per turn, search your deck for a basic water or fighting type Pokemon and put it on your bench. So overall, like I mentioned, Guardians Rising is easily the best set in the Sun and Moon series of sets to date. So again, my ranking for all 6 Sun and Moon series sets, now that does include the special expansion Shining Legends, would be number 6, Crimson Invasion, number 5, Sun and Moon base set, number 4, Shining Legends, number 3, Ultra Prism, number 2, Burning Shadows, and number 1, Guardians Rising. And like I mentioned, I would say Guardians Rising is well above the other 5 sets, but then Burning Shadows and Ultra Prism are very similar. Shining Legends is a little bit smaller, but it's still a decent set. Same goes for Sun and Moon base set. And then I would say probably way down there would be Crimson Invasion. It is a disappointing set overall. But there you have it. There are my thoughts on all these Sun and Moon series sets out right now. I will continue to do these ranking and review videos. Definitely enjoyable. I'm really getting into the competitive TCG. So there you have it. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.